Hi, everybody. My name is Rita Crompton. I am the Inventor Lady, and I hope you guys are all ready for winter. We are freezing here, getting ready for our first snowfall. And by the way, did you catch that money tree sale over the weekend at the local nursery? Yeah, no, I didn't either. They were all sold out by the time I got there. But for any of you guys who do have a money tree, you better get out there and pick all those bills off right away because it's going to be cold tonight. And I am pulling your leg. So I don't know anybody that's invented a money tree yet. If you ever figure that out, you be sure and give me a call. I would love to help on that one. But money is an issue for inventing. And the talk on Friday is about how to avoid getting scammed in this whole endeavor. But what we do is we look at one step at a time on this. All right. The first step out the door, do as much searching as you can yourself. All right. Take your blinders off. I mean, I know when you go out there and you go looking for it, you don't really want to find it. I mean, that's the whole idea, right? You've got a new idea. So why spoil it by really finding something? It's really in your best interest to look seriously with the blinders off. So get in there, look at the USPTO database. That's a good place to start when your mind gets numb. All right, then it's time to move on and hire somebody to do that independent search for you. But unless you get in there and dig around a little bit, you don't appreciate the fact that somebody else is going to be doing that for you. I had some doctors one time said, "Oh, we'll do it ourselves. We're so good at this." And they said, "Yeah, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. And how much is it going to cost me to get somebody else to do this?" So, you don't know till you get in there and start looking around. Google it. Do a good Google search. One of the tricks here that you can do is getting in a mindset of, could it be applied to a different industry? What are the different words that you could use to describe the same thing? An example, automobile or mode of transportation. Sometimes the words make a big difference. So get in there and look around, see what you can find. And then when you've truly satisfied the idea that there isn't anything else out there like it, then you get a comprehensive search done. But even before that, you look at, is yours a material improvement? Honestly, the best things to get into market is something that the consumer is going to understand, and so it's an improvement on a gadget that's already out there. One of the examples I like to use is the flashlight. It is a light coming out of the end of a stick. Really, a flashlight. You turn it on and there's the light. But the guy who invented the one that wraps around a pole, that one was cool. Material improvement. So when we look at getting something into the marketplace, when the consumer understands the problem you've solved and you've made a better widget, all right, that's a cool thing, all right, because we don't have to teach the consumer that you solved something that they didn't know was even a problem. Apple spent a ton of money teaching you that an apple was something you play with and not something that you eat. You don't want to be in that ballgame. All right. It's a lot of money to teach somebody that they do have a problem and you solved it, but they didn't even know they had the problem. All right. So what we're looking for are things that are marketable, that are a solution to a problem that everybody understands. A better walker, a better flashlight, the glasses now that you put on that you can turn a switch and they magnify something or a light goes on. Something that's got a marketable improvement. That's what we're looking for. So then when you've done all of your own searching, all right, then what you're going to do is get a comprehensive search done, an independent comprehensive search. This is not something that your attorney should do for you. It's really kind of a conflict of interest. They want to write the patent. So you get an independent search company. The swing on that's going to be anywhere from $500 to $2,500. For some inventors, that $500 to get a definite no is the best money they spend, because now they can sleep at night. They're no longer saying, "Oh, well, maybe I should have done this and maybe I should have done that." No, keep your day job. This is not going to happen. And there are times that we have to tell the inventor, this has been done a dozen different ways. There is a reason it didn't make it to market. Sometimes people just don't care. I had one gentleman, he'd spent a good chunk of change getting down the road with one of those scam companies we're going to talk about on Friday. And when he showed it to me, it's like, no, you need to keep your day job. This is not going to happen. It was Ridiculous. There's no other way around it. Silly, ridiculous, not going to happen. I know it's not in the market. There is a reason why something like this is not in the marketplace, because it's a bad idea. And generally when I'm telling you, if something's a bad idea, I'm a little more politically correct about it. But that doesn't change the fact that we will tell you when it is not a good marketable plan. All right. So a lot of inventors move on to their next plan. That's great. Most expensive idea you will have if it's the only idea you ever have. So move on to your next idea. And some inventors I work with, they've got lots of ideas. We just do them one at a time. I love Derry in California. He's always got new ideas. And so that's what we look at doing is, what are the best ones? What makes the most sense? What's got the biggest reach? All right. So now you're $500 out the door. That's not too bad. That you can get a good move on. You get questions. You got a plan. You know what's out there. I hate it when the examiner sends back an office action and there is something that's just right there in your face, just like it from Germany or Japan. All right. A good search includes the international piece, and it protects you from going out the door with something. All right. The other thing is that you don't want to get an infringement letter, a cease and desist. You're infringing on my intellectual property. Not a fun letter to get, because you could be out the door with $25,000 and getting into the marketplace and all of a sudden get a cease and desist letter. So a good comprehensive search is going to help you avoid that. All right. And you can't always find everything. There's no absolute guarantees, but at least now you've got a ballpark chance. Right? Do you need a patent to go to market? No, you don't. But you need to know what else is out there. You need to know if it's worth your time. Should you just not do this because it's not a good marketable idea, or there's something else out there and you're going to get a cease and desist? Move on to your next idea. Those are some of the things that we look at, all right, before you take the next step. The next step is the attorney's opinion, the patentability opinion done by a registered patent attorney. And this is the next phase. Generally, you're looking at about $1,000. So you're $1,500 into this. Now you start making the serious business decisions, but at least you know that you've got something to work with. It is really, really tough on inventors when they pull that trigger and they start down that money hole and it is sucking you dry just to find out that there's been something else done. This is not a marketable idea, or there's no way you can make it at a price the consumer is willing to pay for it. Man, you talk about needing a money tree, all right? It's a disaster. Don't go there, all right? Follow the Inventor Lady, go to my website, download the Inventor's Galaxy Guide. It's going to walk you through the phases. Friday, we're going to talk about how do you avoid the scams. Man, those guys will eat you alive. So join me on Friday. We'll be at 3 o'clock Mountain Time in the afternoon, and be careful of that snow out there.